Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I wasn't going to make a second video, but I feel like I want to talk about this today. I want to make it, and yeah. So, hello. My name is Amanda Frank. I was a part of a Romani Gypsy, ghomano um, community. And I have been out now for 3 years, and I am trying to navigate the normal world, if that makes sense. So I am going to talk about being um, not having paperwork in 2025. Um, it didn't matter when I was in the community, I guess, because my whole purpose in life was to, you know, get married, have children, and that's all it was. There wasn't any aspect of a job or any kind of hobby or anything for that matter. So paperwork just didn't really matter. Like, some people have it, some people don't. I know some cousins that have, like, some of my cousins, they have their full paperwork. Some of my cousins don't have their full paperwork. I was a little bit of a different story because I was bought in, but they could have fixed that situation. They should have fixed that situation. But we've talked about how that's happened. But let's talk about how it affects me. So, how it affects me, I am 31 years old. I will be 32 in August, and I have never had a legitimate job. I worked at an automotive body shop with my dad when I was 18 to 19, I think. But I was paid under the table. Um, And other than that, uh, like odd jobs with my dad and stuff like that, but I've never had an actual legitimate job, which makes me feel very out of control of my own life a lot. Because it is 2025 and it is not a fun time to live in a single income household. And it's fairly difficult. Um, that's difficult. Uh, the main thing is healthcare. I can't get healthcare. I go to a doctor that essentially just takes money and asks you what you need and then just gives it to you. Like, I just found out. I didn't know that for years, 4 years. I've been even telling my partner, like, since I've been with my partner, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, sometimes my hands really hurt. Like, we would be playing Call of Duty, and I would throw, like, I would yeet the remote controller out of my hand because of how bad my hands would hurt. And I didn't understand why. I just thought, like, I was like, oh, I'm just being rageful. I'm just like, whatever. And, like, I just found out I have neuropathy in my hands and in my feet, which means that at random points, like, because I have nerve damage now, so at random points my hands will hurt really bad. Like, they'll feel like needles are going through them, they'll feel like they're on fire, they'll just be really tender to the touch, and yeah, so I just found that out, and I've had it for a while, and he just let me know that I have that. Um, so yeah, so I go to a gypsy doctor. He just doesn't really do what he's supposed to do. He kind of just gives medication, throws a band-aid on it, and then that's it. Um, Therapy is a Jesus Christ, it is a no-no. Therapy is so much money. I would love to go to therapy. I would love to see a therapist. I would love to figure out why my brain is how my brain is, because sometimes I feel like I am a literal alien, because of the way that I think, the way that some just things work in my brain. Like I just sometimes I just feel like a literal alien. Like nobody else will understand me in the world. And even when I try to explain myself to people, they kind of look at me and they're like, "What?" Um, so yeah, it affects me like that. It affects me in a way of me and my partner want to have we want to have a baby. Um, and he's worried. He's worried that something's gonna happen to me, and I can't blame him. That I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on with my body, with anything. So I don't blame him for being worried. I don't blame him for for that. It just sucks. It just sucks a lot because we want to extend our family and we can't. I mean, we can just roll the dice and say, like, F it, like, we could just have a kid right now and just say whatever. But we're not financially stable. We're not, um, there's so many things. There's so many things that I don't know what would happen to me if I got pregnant or what would happen after. Everything could be okay, but everything could also not be okay, and that's really scary. And um, it's just a lot of crappy stuff. Like even voting. Like I would love to vote. I would love to vote at least once in my life, and I cannot vote. Um, and it just sucks. It really, really sucks. It really sucks. Silly things. I can't play paintball. I can't ride scooters downtown Houston. You need an ID to ride scooters in downtown Houston, and I can't go do these silly things. Um, that like I would love to do. I'm such a person now that I want adventure. I told my partner, like, I lived such a sheltered, weird life, and so did he. And I want to experience things now. I want to go do all of these things I never had a chance to do. And there are still limitations to them. Um, One thing that I ended up doing that I wanted to do that I never thought I would do is I got a tattoo, which is cool. I need to fix some of them, but I did get tattoos, which is really cool. And my partner has a friend that said that he would do tattoos for us. So that is also cool because without that, I can't get a tattoo because I am 31 years old, but I don't have an ID, so I wouldn't be able to go into a shop and do it. Um, so yeah, that sucks. There's a lot of things that that suck that I cannot do. Um, and somehow, some way, I am hoping more than anything in the world that me sharing my story and opening up to the world, somehow, some way, someone will hear it somewhere and they will want to help, whether that be a pro bono lawyer, whether that be something, and they'll want to help me. Um, I know a lot of people were asking about like my bio mom. My bio mom sold me. She sold me. So I don't think my bio mom is looking for me. I don't think my bio mom is looking for me. I don't think she would even. I mean, she sold me for money, so why would she want to look for me after that? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't compute in my head. Um, but yeah, yeah. It just really sucks. It just really sucks that there's so many simple things. Like there's so many even just like simple things. And it gets me so mad. It gets me so mad that there's simple things that I want to do that I can't do because my family essentially just said, F it. Like, she'll be alright. She'll get through life. Whatever, right? And it just really sucks. And I hope that one day, I hope that one day I will get on camera and tell everybody that I got my paperwork and I went to an actual doctor and I can have a kid. Me and my partner could have a kid together and we can get married and we can do all of these things. We can ride freaking scooters together downtown. Um, yeah, I look forward to all of those things and I hope that they do happen. And um, I do hope that somehow, because of all this, because of me opening up about everything and because of me just like, I know I just like randomly talk sometimes and I just randomly ramble, but that's just what I know how to do right now. But I hope that it reaches somebody, uh, and if there's any way possible that you can help with it or you can lead me in a direction. I've gone in some directions right now that I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on, and I'm just going to wish and pray for the best and see what happens when it happens. Um, but it does suck. It does suck. I wish that I can, you know, I wish that I could help my partner more than anything. I wish that I could. It's unrealistic in today's day and age to live, um, to have a partner and live on one income. It is like it's kind of just it's not realistic, um, and it sucks. It does suck. Um, I'm painting again, and I'm hoping that um, somehow that helps for now, until something gives and you know, something's got to give one of these days, right? It has to. I'm hoping for it and I believe in it and I am thriving for it and I am went for a walk yesterday and I randomly asked a little uh, banderia uh, if they were hiring, and they were nice. They said no. I explained them. I explained um, I explained all of my things, and they were polite. They said no, they can't. But somebody asked me the other day, like, what do you want to be? And I was like, I felt like that question, like, what do you want to be when you grow up, right? And I was like, I don't know. What I want is literally anything. Like, I would be happy making bread if that's what was given to me. I would be happy serving food if that's what was given to me. I would be happy working on cars. That's something I was talking to my husband about, my partner. I think of him as my husband. He's my partner. He's my fiance. I was talking to him about that. I would love to work on cars. I used to love welding. I used to love welding. I used to have this little, I used to have this job at it was called South Houston Speed Shop. South Houston Speed Shop, close to Alameda, Genoa. Yeah. And it was classic cars, and all of these cars are so beautiful. And I used to love learning more about the cars. And there was this one dude, I think his name was Julio, if I remember correctly. He wanted me to make more money, so he taught me how to um, weld, like really weld. He taught me how to weld like the decklets and the like the whole side fenders, and um, it was a fun thing to do, and especially as a female that at the time, like, I was the only female around there that was doing that. I was 18 years old. It was cool. It was like, it just felt cool. And it was also awesome, like, learning more about cars, about classic cars, about um, classic car paint colors, even, and like, the original parts first, like the aftermarket parts, and it was just really cool. It was a really cool experience. So yeah, um, there's um, there's a lot of things that I want to experience in my future, and that all comes down to um, fixing, fixing my favorite work. Um, I'd love to get a job. I'd love to help out my partner, help out our family. I would love to just do normal things in general. I feel like I was ripped of a birthright of just basic human rights from the get go. Um, and again, it's 2025, and it's hard. It's hard. It's not easy. It's hard, but it's worth it. It's worth it because I have my own life now, and I love my partner. I love my kiddo. I love my pets and my and everything that we have. Um, I was telling my friend earlier that I'm going to stop thinking so negatively, and I'm going to find at least a few things in each day that make me happy, that bring me joy in some way, because I've been really sad lately. So whether that be going out and taking a picture of a flower, or sitting on the floor and playing with my cats, or whether that be playing Mario Party with my partner and just, like, just goofing off and dogging on each other because that's what we do. Whatever. It's just, I'm going to find joy in each day, and I am going to hope for the best. And I am going to ask everybody to hope and pray for the best for my future, for mine and my partner's future. Um, and yeah, have a good day.